other than yawning.
Sorry.
So, along with the elves, Brucey's going to like try to cause a distraction to try to make the guards look at him.
Okay, Bruce, what kind of a distraction would you like to give?
I'm going to get in a fight with Balrog. Which a pretend fight, okay, Balrog?
Okay.
I'm going to say that you were like
No. I want you to RP this out. Not explain it. I want you to RP this out.
Okay. Balrog, I'm tired of the way you talk to me, and I don't appreciate it at all. We've had enough. Me and you, mano a mano, right now.
Oh, God.
Who's we? I think I'm fine.
You're fine? No, I'm going to tell you who's fine. My fish in your face is going to be on it if you check it.
That doesn't make any sense.
You don't make any sense, you lizard butthead.
Okay, so are you gonna start throwing fists?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go push him against the wall.
All right, Balrog, I need intention. Are you gonna do the play fight as well, or are you gonna really fight him?
Well, we didn't explain that this is a pretend fight, so I think he is genuinely mad at me. So, because that was never explained, thanks, Bruce, I'm going to go ahead and just try to punch him in the face.
Fantastic. Give me an attack roll. I need to know what your AC is there, Bruce.
With my chest plate, does it add anything to my...
No, you're not wearing it yet.
Okay, so 16.
Okay. 16. All right, great. So that's happening. Steve, give me your intention. Are you trying to get behind the guard? What are you doing?
I'm trying to get behind the guard and maybe wait for him to start accepting tickets.
Yeah, so
he opens his
the elves don't have tickets.
Give me a stealth check. Since you're going to try to slink behind him, you're going to have it at advantage because, one, there's a lot of distraction happening, so you've got that in your nature. Noise isn't a factor. Your feet are just leaving little dust marks. They're not paying attention to you, so you get an advantage. What's your stealth?
What is my stealth? Hang on. 21.
Ooh, that's plenty. So you make it behind the guard, guard number 2, and he's the one that has all the cards. And so the elves begin to shimmer their hand from palms down to palms up, and when they go to palm up, they have the card in their hand. And he hands it over to the guard. The first one does, and he opens the jacket, and he puts that card physically in his hand and puts it in the jacket pocket, and he closes his jacket. Are you going to try to snag one on like the next open, or what's your intention?
So when he opens his coat, I'm trying to grab... Is he doing anything to the tickets when he takes them?
Nope, just puts them in his pocket.
Okay. When he opens his coat, I want to try to grab 3 of them.
Oh my God. Okay.
All at once. Wow.
You're going to have to give me 3 sleight of hand checks.
Okay.
For that on the next one. Okay, back to Balrog. You're punching Bruce in the face because there was nothing. There's nothing stated. So give me that strength check, unarmed strike.
I rolled a 29.
What?
Of course you did.
How's that even possible?
How is that even possible? Yeah, I was about to say, what's your strength?
Unarmed strike.
Unarmed strike, you rolled a nat 20?
Plus 9.
You've rolled a lot of nat 20s, mate. I'm just saying.
This was the first nat 20 that I've rolled.
I haven't heard of it. That's pretty incredible. Okay. You absolutely hit him right in the square in the jaw. I mean, this was like super intention. You get to roll double the damage or double the dice. Whatever your damage dice, because you rolled a crit.
Well, there's no dice. It's just 6 damage. So
Okay.
12 damage.
You get to decide whether or not is your character angry and you're just going to straight up clobber him?
Well, again, none of this was stated, so I think it has to be, unfortunately.
Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to rage on you and then really whoop your ass. You hit me real hard.
From your perception, this is a fake fight.
So there's a couple things here. In the case of this situation, there was a couple of visuals that you guys understood. Like, all of a sudden, Steve went invisible. The guards went up. The elves went up to the guards. Like, you could infer that a fake fight is what Bruce is doing, especially by his tone. If that is the way that you guys want to roll this, we can. You're definitely going to take damage. I'm just trying to mitigate some of the damage. If in this situation you kind of would infer like, oh, this is a fake fight, you wouldn't just immediately just be dumb to the situation to be like, why are you doing this? But if you want to crack him, I'm not going to say no. This is up to you guys.
I would prefer it's fake, but if he wants to crack me, I'm gonna crack him back.
Make him roll like an int check, because if he's just an idiot,
That's not a bad idea. Let's do a int check for both of you, both Bruce and Balrog. Give me an int check to see if you both picked up if this was a fake fight. That will determine the crit. You're still going to hit him regardless.
Yeah.
That is 100%. You're hitting him. I just want to see if the crit would be like an intentional crack across the jaw.
13.
Okay. 3. You say a 3?
He rolled a 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't have a plus anything.
Oh, you just crack him across the jaw, and Bruce, you out of like a fake joking pushing him against the wall, you see that rage in his eyes, and he cracks you across the jaw with such force that you take 12 bludgeoning damage to the jaw.
Jay, thanks.
You go flying backwards, but because of this fight that just happened, a legitimate fight, the guards are like full alert looking at you guys, leaving the jacket pocket completely open, and Steve now has the ability to give me those 3 sleight of hand checks, which there's a DC that you're going to have to get for each of them as they increase from the first, second, and third, because you're trying to get all 3 of them. Let's see what you got. Let's see what
Are they advantaged because the man is very distracted?
You know what? I will give that to you because, quite frankly, 12 damage to the jaw. There's a fight ensuing. He is super distracted, and you were just pickpocketing him. All right, give it to me.
Okay.
First one.
Oh, shit. First one is a 19.
Okay. Second one.
Got a 15.
Okay.
Hang on. I haven't rolled advantage for that one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's another 15.
Okay. And the third one?
23.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So, because of the advantage, that's the only reason you got what you got. And what happens is, as soon as the guard sees that there's a fight, he kind of turns and his jacket pocket kind of flings open a little bit, and you see your opportunity. And with like your little grubby hands, you go whoop whoop whoop, and you take 3 of the key cards, and the key cards are now in your hand, but you're going to have to give me another stealth check as the key cards are not invisible.
That is not correct, sir.
Is it any object that you touch?
Any object I am carrying.
When you cast.
You're the creature you become. Well, yeah, I guess that's true. But if I just put them in my pocket,
that's a fair play. If that's what you want to do, I'll allow that. If that's what you want to do.
I'm gonna slip them into my pocket.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me one more sleight of hand check, as the checks that you gave were to get them out of his pocket. Now you're gonna try to sneakily do a little trick to have these floating key cards disappear with your hand and into your pocket without them noticing. No advantage on this one. This one's a flat.
That's fair. That's a 14.
Holy shit, that was the DC.
Oh!
You are lucky, dude. I wrote
was
them down.
so scared.
I wrote them down. I was like, no way he's gonna get all these. Okay, yeah. With ease, you flip your hand over like a little magician, and the 3 cards go into your pocket. Well done. Well done. Okay, back to Bruce and Balrog. Bruce, you get to retort if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just hit him real.
Okay, all right. The 6 high elves. Go ahead and roll me an attack, Bruce, unarmed. If you're raging or not, you have to claim whatever you're wanting to do.
I'm not gonna rage. I'm not gonna hit on him.
Okay.
He's not worth it.
Wow. So the 6 elves, as you are reaching back to clock him in the face, go ahead and give me that roll.
Okay. Is she here? Unarmed strike is. I rolled a 16, but I think I get something on it. +9 to hit. 16 + 9.
Jesus. Yeah, that nails. There's no there's no way Balrog has a 20. Was it 24?
Well, actually,
I am the big bad. So yeah, Bruce, you clock back and you just waylay into that beautiful lizard mouth of his, and it does how much damage?
I got to roll a.
Should just be 6.
Yeah, D6.
No, it's not a D6. It should.
Oh
be
yeah,
6.
it's 6. Yeah,
It's 6.
damage.
Okay, so
Wait a minute. How did you do 12 to me if I can only do
It's-
16?
he
Because I crit.
he critted on the
critted.
roll.
That's right.
So,
Gotcha.
Balrog, you get clocked across the chin, and you take that 6 bludgeoning damage from him. And as soon as the fist meets your mouth, your face gets clocked to the side, and your vision looking down the hallway, you see 6 elves immediately just go poof, 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 poof. And the 6 elves are now halfling children who all the weapons go poof as well. All of the things, all of the illusion goes away, and they scatter like rats. The kids go, run! And, they're just, and now the guards are trying to pick them up. What do you guys do? Steve, you're right in the middle of this. Like, you're against the wall, I'm guessing. You're muted. Your mouth's talking, but I can't hear you.
Your mouth's moving, but I can't hear no word. Steve.
Hi, Steve.
I can't hear anything, Steve.
Jeez, I know. I got it when he said the first time that I was talking and he couldn't hear me. You don't have to keep yelling at me that I'm muted. I got it.
Steve, we can't hear you.
All right, Steve, what do you want to do? You've got this guard right in front of you. You got the kids scattering.
I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt on these 2 idiots. No, I'm kidding.
It bounces and kills the whole room.
It just zips around the room and kills everyone. No, I'm going to go. I'm going to use the Chaos. Well, first of all, if all the weapons poofed, I want to check and make sure I still have the tickets.
Yep. You look in your pocket. You did grab 3 legitimate tickets.
Okay, sweet. And then I'm going to go pop back behind that door.
Okay, so you're gonna have to give me a dexterity saving throw, or no? Let's see here. It would be give me an acrobatics check, actually, as you are going to be jumping over and trying to get around these people.
+3. That's not bad.
As you're making your way back down the hallway to where the door was.
That's a 15.
A 15. Okay. You do make it across all the kids that were immediate, as one of the kids is running back towards where Balrog and Bruce are, and he's just screaming as the first guard is chasing after him, going barreling down. You do bump into the guard. And it kind of sets him offset, and he runs into the wall and falls to the floor as you were kind of running alongside of him. The kid goes to the door that he came out of and opens it, and then is trying to go back through the portal, but is unable to. What do you do, Steve?
What are the guards doing?
The guard number 2, the one you stole from, is just he's now has 2 of the halflings in his left arm pinned against his chest, and he's trying to pick up a third. The guard that you hit is face down on the ground. He's picking himself back up.
Okay. I want to. I want to move to Bruce.
Okay.
And I want to whisper gently in his ear.
Okay. You make it to Bruce, no problem with your movement speed.
Okay.
What do you want to whisper sweet nothings into Bruce's ear?
It's Steve, don't panic. And I'm going to slip the tickets into his pocket.
Oh, okay. Well, hi, Steve. How you doing?
Put the tickets in his pocket. I'm going to turn back to the guard that fell over. I'm going to dispel the invisibility and say, "Oh my God, are you okay?"
Yeah, so when his face is down, he's gonna look up and see you. You dispel your invisibility before he looks up, and he just looks up to you and goes, "Hey, give us some help here. Yeah, I'm fine. Get these little guys out of here."
They can't go through the door. How do you propose I do that?
He holds up a key card. He pulls from underneath his shirt and he hands it to you and goes, "Use this."
Hey, we need
On what?
The door.
Oh. Okay. I'll go swipe the key card on the door, I guess.
Yeah, so there's a little spot for a key to go in next to the door, and when you put it in, that force field-ish feeling that you couldn't go back through, it dissipates, and the halfling that was like just running full speed into this force field immediately pops through the portal and is back into the slums hallway. Two of the halflings then run past and make it between your legs and gets out. The second guard is making his way down the hallway, and he has all three of them against his chest, and they're all wiggling and screaming at him and trying to like beating on his chest. Then he takes them all by the back of their necks and throws them through the door, and then puts his hand out to take the key back from you.
Oh crap! I was gonna say, hey, pocket that key.
Okay. How about we make a deal, sir?
What do you mean a deal? Hand me the key card.
I mean, hang on. Let's talk about this.
I'm not quite sure. And he looks over to guard one and he says, "Hey, what's going on here?" And the guard one walks over. He goes, "Yeah, what exactly is going on here?"
Let's
But both of their hands are now out in front of you, holding palms up, saying, "Give us the key card."
I don't want to be here anymore. I could just swipe this key card and disappear, and you wouldn't even be able to follow me. And the CEO probably wouldn't be real happy with you, yeah?
They kind of look at each other. I look back at you. They look back at each other. Their hands go down to the sides of their hips. What are you proposing?
I'll give you this key card back, no problem. But you let us keep our weapons when we go through with the tickets that my friend here is carrying.
They kind of look at each other. The guard one leans over to guard two's ear and says, "What do you think about this? Man, this is a bad idea. If they go in there, it's going to be our hide if they take the weapons in. Yeah, we got to come to a compromise." And they turn back towards you and they go, "Half of your weapons. We'll each let you take one small weapon in."
Small shite.
Okay. How about I've got this great big crossbow here. I'll give you that. These gentlemen can keep their large, two-handed, massive, unconcealable weapons.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. I'll give you all my weapons.
That's not gonna be. You guys can't walk it. We can't. It'll be our heads if you walk in there with unconcealed weapons. It's
all right.
It's the rule.
That's
we
fair.
could just kill you instead, huh?
No, Balrog, that's not polite. We'll keep some small weapons. You can have the big ones, and I'll give you this key card back, gentlemen.
That's agreeable.
They both look at each other. The guard one leans into guard two's ear and goes, "Yeah, we gotta. If she finds out that they had the card and they open the fact that those little guys got into this room without an invitation, I don't know how that happened, but it's gonna be our ass. What do you want to do? Why don't we give them the small weapons and we take their weapons so that we can at least control what weapons they take in? That's a pretty good idea. Yeah, that's not bad." Okay. All right, here's the new compromise. You give us all your weapons, and then we will hand you the weapons that you would be allowed to go in there with. That's our final offer. Yeah, and they both cross their arms.
Okay. All right.
I would like to roll an insight check to see if he's telling the truth.
Sure, go ahead. I am going to look up his deception. I'm going to roll against it.
I rolled a 17.
Ooh, 18.
Oh no.
He goes. Well, sorry, it's not. He goes. His deception is higher than yours.
Yeah.
You believe that let's see here. What exactly are you trying to? When you're saying, are you wanting to know if he's lying to you, or what are you trying to get exactly out of this? I guess I'm a little confused.
I want to see if he's being truthful, if he'll give us small weapons, because we're about to hand over our weapons.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. You 100% believe that he is going to give you small weapons. Yes.
Okay. You guys don't want to? All right. Yeah. We hand him over.
Okay. Nope. Yeah. So the guards make your way with the guards back to those doors where they were standing previously, and you hand all of your weapons, all of them, over to the guard one.
Oh, now we're getting these back when we leave, right?
And he nods his head and he goes, "Absolutely. When you come back through here, or you go through the other end, your weapons will be there for you." Just and he hands you a little card, and it has a number of 72 on it. And he says, just give that to either me or the other side, and we'll get you all your stuff. He pulls out a small bin from behind him that opens a small little window-like door, comes down through the wall, and a bin comes out, and he says, "Go ahead and put everything in here." And he looks at Steve, and he goes, "Especially you, any kind of amulets or magical, conduits or anything. I know you magic people are a little crazy when it comes to that. So just, put it all in here. You know what? Put that robe in here too. I don't trust that robe."
There is not a chance I am getting naked.
He hands you a leather harness, and he goes, "Well, there is one other thing."
I'll tell.
Let me explain this real quick.
Yeah,
let me explain this.
I want to hear this.
He gives Steve a leather harness. It's a leather chest harness, and then he hands a ball gag to Bruce, and he hands assless chaps to Balrog, and he goes, "In order to come in here, you're gonna have to dress appropriately. It's the mistress's ordeal. I don't make the rules, but in order to get through here, you're gonna have to put this on."
Can I keep the robe and just kind of have it open?
he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to inspect the robe to make sure there's no funny business going on with the robe.
Yeah, it just makes bread. Do you want to roll?
Oh. It makes bread.
It makes bread.
Yeah, I could go for a roll. What's the flavor? You can make it whatever you want.
I don't get to pick, I don't think.
Oh no, you get to pick now.
You get to pick whatever it is.
Oh, good. It's like a nice
it's a sweet roll.
like a sourdough roll.
Oh. And he goes, "Oh, my grandmother used to make this. Absolutely." Does it come slowly out of the wrist? Like slowly?
I kind of like to think that it flings.
Okay.
Like I gotta put a hand in front to catch it.
Yeah, it bounces off his chest, and it fumbles for it, and then he catches it, and he's like, "I love sourdough." So Steve, you have this leather harness. Bruce, you have this ball gag, and Balrog, you now have these leather assless chaps.
Look like magical Hugh Hefner.
And
can I ask if I could trade for something else?
Yeah, absolutely. He pulls another container from the wall with a little door comes down from the stone, and kind of this basket of leather
of leather.
Objects
I would like 2 nipple rings that covers my nipples.
Yeah, nipple tassels. Those are
nipple
absolutely
tassels.
in there.
That's what I want.
Yeah, without your shirt, this works perfectly.
Yes.
So you now have nipple tassels on.
Hi guys, what's this?
All right, Balrog, do you put on the chaps?
Absolutely.
Okay. You guys have handed over all of your weapons, everything. Even he looks at you, Balrog, and goes, "Even that holy symbol. I know you paladins."
No, sorry, I can't do that.
It's magical. It could be used as a weapon. I'm gonna need it. It needs to go in the bin.
It's not used as a weapon. Every time I try to call upon my god, anyway, she never shows. So don't worry about it.
how are you holding this holy symbol?
Just in my hand, gripping it tightly.
Great. Make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh yeah.
Stevie, just so you know, I don't know if you're talking to us or not. Okay.
21. My wisdom's +7. So.
21. Perfect. So as you were talking to this guard and holding your symbol, what you see, and Balrog, this is just for you. Your eyes kind of glaze a light white over the bottom of your iris as your vision goes from talking directly to this this guard in front of you, and his lips are moving, but you stop hearing his voice, and you get somewhat of a light. Everything around you is a very bright white, but you see through the wall, and your vision begins just going further and further and further, and a small voice to the next of your ear goes, "I've been listening." And your vision begins to grow, and you start to see through the walls, and on the left side you see what looks like a bar with these devilish fiends all sitting at a bar and a bartender, and on the right side you see a staircase going up, and as the vision grows further, as there's a large crowd of people dancing in the middle of this large room, and on the second level you see this bright red aura coming off of somebody sitting on what seems to be a throne. And the voice says, "If you go in there, I will protect you."
Who is this?
It's Beast, you dummy.
No phone, no dis.
New holy symbol, who dis?
Yeah, that's right. Oh man, that's
It
funny.
did not sound like you. That's why I was confused.
I am not where I normally am, so I'm having to actually talk very quietly. The others can't hear that I'm talking to you. I've been avoiding you for a reason. We'll talk later.
Do we have to whisper?
So,
What do the guards see while
Bruce.
this is happening?
you guys shush just for a second. This is actual canon for Balrog. She goes, "You have to look out for this sister. She's close." And then that vision and connection begins to fade, and your vision into the room begins to retract back to you, and you hearing the guard going, and it's almost like a ringing noise where you hear his voice slowly, and it gains volume, and he goes, "Hello, hello, hello," and waves his hand in front of your face.
Yeah. It's sorry. Yeah. We're just gonna go into the room here real quick.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Yeah, and he looks over to the other guard. He goes, "Hey, we okay? Let him through." He's like, "Yeah, this is good." So he hands you 3 weapons. Bruce, you get a small hammer. Balrog,
Okay.
you get a butter knife, and Steve, you get a fork that the fork parts, the pointy parts, have all been chewed off. It's just a dull fork.
Okay.
And he hands those things to you. He goes, "Good luck." And then the guard one puts his hand up to his ear like he's receiving a message. And he goes, yep, yeah, no, they're right here. Nope. Oh, okay. And it turns to you guys. He goes, "Well, the mistress invites you guys in. So please see your way in." And he starts to put his hand on the door and starts to open it, and the music starts it's getting louder. He goes, "Hey, when the show is over, go to the VIP room."
Hey, sweet. I've
So
never been to the VIP room.
Okay.
They open the doors, and the smoke rolls out. The red overall general vision, dark, club-like scene begins to unfurl as you guys enter the room. You guys enter?
That was an ordeal.
Okay. You can't see into the room just yet as you have to pass through these heavy cloth drapes, and as you open them up, I'm going to explain the situation to you if you guys are okay with that real quick.
Yes.
So the music is so unbelievably loud to the point that you would have to yell to each other's ear right next to each other to be able to actually hear what's going on. On your left side, there is a bar, and the bar has those stools that wrap around the front, and the bar's got a single female tiefling red skin behind the bar, and she's serving drinks to all these people. They've got about 12 people at the bar, and it's very shoulder to shoulder. It's really dark in this entire room, but this room is the size of a club. I mean, it's large enough to have a dance floor in the middle. There are a couple hundred people out on the dance floor dancing. It's just this repeatedly like EDM, just boom, 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 just keeps going, and everyone's dancing, super sweaty. But everyone, give me perception rolls while I go. Everyone has a certain look on their face. In the center of the dance floor, where all the people are dancing around, is a pylon around 6 feet in diameter, going up 20 feet into the air. And at the top of that, there is a well, you're going to have to give me a perception roll first. Let me do that. And then the three of you give me history checks. See if you know.
19 for my perception.
Perception.
16.
Okay.
13.
Okay. Steve, you're the only one that doesn't see the extra. That's what I wanted to know. Okay. Now the history checks to see.
14 history.
Okay. You missed.
25.
Okay. You got it.
Hold, please. Sorry.
You're good. History's kind of a random one.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what my plus was. 18.
18. Perfect. That's the DC. Okay, so perception, the two of you are going to see it, except for Steve, but the history. So what's standing on top of this pedestal that's 20 feet up in the air in the middle of the dance floor is and this is the bit that... Balrog, you're the only person that knows this. You know that this is a goth. It's a Gauth. The goth resembles a beholder, but instead of just eye stalks, it's got 4 tentacle arms, and it's floating above what seems to be this table. And it's using the tentacle arms to move knobs and circle, take things and make certain directions. And the eye stalks, these 6 eye stalks, are shooting laser beams and creating light up towards the ceiling, creating this light show. And you hear, pew, 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 pew. DJ Kayletto coming to you live. The goth starts to slow a beat, and then the beat slows down, and people are still dancing at the same speed. And then he coming with you at next hit, and does a couple movements with his tentacles, and then the music just starts blaring super loud, and it's a hyper beat now, and people are really dancing it up. The laser beams are shooting all over the place. With the perception roll, who got the perception roll? It was Steve and Balrog. Did I have that right?
No, I failed perception, succeeded history.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Balrog, you do not know this is a goth. I had that backwards. I apologize. Steve.
No. I rolled a 25.
On history?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I should have wrote it down. Okay. So on history, who got above an 18? Steve and Balrog.
That's
Yes.
right. I
Okay.
didn't get him over.
Both of you know that this is a goth. You know what this creature is. You've seen it before. You recognize it. Okay?
Okay.
The perception roll. What were the perception rolls?
I had
I had a 16.
yeah, mine was like a.
They
19.
succeeded. I failed.
Okay. The perception roll, sorry about that, guys. I got it backwards. The perception roll is the fact that while you're looking at this goth, you notice that there's a lot of confusion in the goth and exhaustion, as if he's been doing this for a very long time, but he's continually doing it regardless at the same speed. With that perception, you notice that everyone around, even the people that are dancing, are super exhausted, yet they're still doing the actions. With who had the highest perception between you two? I believe it was Balrog.
It was Balrog.
Yep.
Okay. Balrog, what was that perception? I need to know.
16.
Okay. With a 16, you notice that the laser beams right directly above Goth spells out help. So that's in the middle of the room. And remind you, that's help in burn marks, okay, from the lasers. So as it's all going on, laser beams are being shot from the high stalks. The light room, you've got drinks. It's shoulder to shoulder in here. There's a bunch of people, but the people are all demons and tieflings and dwarves and high elves and wood elves and halflings. They're all types of high-end people in suits. This is obviously not a grungy area. It's very clean, but there's a certain type of clientele that's in this area. Directly to your right is a flight of stairs going up to the second floor, and currently you guys just walked in. That's what I'm going to give you.
Alrighty.
What would you guys like to do?
So I'm going to look around to see if the Erin, that's her name, right?
That is her name, yeah.
Yep. I'm looking around to see if I see Erin. Can I do like a perception roll?
Yeah,
or investigation?
you'd have to give me a perception roll, but it's going to be a disadvantage because of how dark it is.
Disadvantage. So, lesser
I'd like to also roll to see if I can find like a VIP section or like a velvet red roped off area.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception for that. Bruce, what was your roll?
An 8.
Okay, on an 8, you were looking around, and there's people all in front of you. There is female tieflings, very fit, red skin, black leather tops and black leather skirts with black lips, black lipstick, and they obviously look like servers, are walking around with trays of drinks, and people are taking the drinks and drinking them. They're kind of working their way around. You do not see Erin, but one of the tiefling servers walks up to you and says, "Would you like a drink?"
Oh yeah, sure. Do you happen to know where the CEO's at?
She goes, "Oh, absolutely," and then points right behind the DJ. Where she's pointing is on the second level, and as you kind of like stagger to the side a little bit and look through the darkness, you do see Erin sitting on top of a throne on the second level, and to her right there is a young child, and to her left there is a Sheldon who is shirtless with a leather harness that you have for children, and he is dancing on a little pedestal. He looks exhausted.
Wait, hold on. Stop the presses.
Yep.
They have leather harnesses handy for children?
No.
No.
There's a child, fully clothed, normal, that's sitting just next to her. Looks like she's sitting on the throne. To the left, there's Sheldon, who has a leather harness on that is his size. I mean, yes, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
Where were you going with that, Steve?
Bruce,
Sorry, that threw me for a second.
Bruce, go ahead and give me another perception check to see if you. Well, actually, it would be more of a history check. Give me a history check.
Okay, I can do that. Cool.
Yeah, do that before we move on.
History
See if you get this.
10?
Yeah, you don't recognize the kid. No.
Well, of course not.
Okay.
Before she
Balrog.
leaves, can I ask her one more thing?
Sure, go ahead. Yeah, that's fine.
Are you paid to be here, or are you like a slave?
She just kind of nods her head and has a very worried look on her head, on her face.
I understand. All right. Thank you for your time.
Did you take a drinks? Did anybody take drinks?
I'll take a drink to blend in.
Okay. Do you drink to drink, or are you just holding
I'm just going to hold it.
Okay. Balrog, you were trying to perception look for a VIP room, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I rolled a 16.
16. Absolutely. To your right, right above the stairs, it has a little plaque that says VIP room this way. But there is a guard with the red rope across it.
I would like to approach. That would be my intention.
Okay. Yeah.
You go on this alone.
He's right next to you guys, like directly to the right. It's literally Balrog moving just a couple of feet over. Yeah, go ahead and RP it.
Excuse me, I need to have a discussion with your boss.
He puts his hand up to his ear like he's receiving a message, and he goes, "Yeah. No, I got it. He then leans down to you and screams into your ear because it's so loud. He goes, "It's you have to wait until after the show. I'm sorry. No one enters until after the show."
Do you know how long show is going to be?
He looks at his hand where there's no watch, and he goes, "Nope."
Yeah, okay. It does not give me much information, but could you ask your boss in your little earpiece?
Yeah, he puts his hand back up and he goes, "Yeah, he wants to know when's the show." Yeah, yep, uh-huh, yep. It leads down to you and goes, "Yeah, she said, soon."
That's what I figured. Okay, thank you.
And he just kind of nods and puts his arm back across his chest. What would you guys like to do? You're still kind of like the opening area.
I want to lean in and talk to Steve, or only Steve can hear.
Okay, go for it.
Hi, Steve. I think that everyone here is like a slave, right?
Oh,
If we can, like, maybe help free these people, maybe we have ourselves a nice little army, in air quotes, to help us.
Yeah, but like how?
Well, I don't know. Like the octopus man would be a good place to start, right?
Maybe, but I am suspicious of the beverages.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm not drinking it. I'm just pretending like I'm blending in, but I'm not actually going to drink.
But if
Never drink the drink, Steve. It's dangerous.
If they're under some...
Never mind.
I know. We don't have to go there. It's okay. If they're under some kind of spell or something, I don't know.
Oh, I can do it. I can do an Arcana check.
Oh boy.
Why doesn't Steve do the Arcana check?
Let's try that one first.
Can I like examine the drink and do an Arcana check?
You have to. Yeah, absolutely. You can do that.
Okay.
He's got a drink in his hand.
Let me see that drink, Bruce.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
You're all leaning back all weird. You're all right, Steve.
Just shh. That's a 25 on the Arcana check.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
you read no magic.
With a 25, what I can give you is that you don't know the name of this drink, but its contents are quite magical. They are of a magical essence that you have seen only once other time thus far, and you experienced it inside the Museum of Sin. It's an unnamed magic that you've come across it, but you don't know what its capabilities are. It's extremely magical. The drink is.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, and this is something too. You don't get a good or bad. It's just magical. If that makes any sense. I don't want it to sound like. I don't want to sound like it's ominous at all. It's just magic.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say don't drink that for now, Bruce.
Yeah.
Just to be on the safe side.
I vote we go examine the bar lady and see what she's putting in it, and then while you do that, I'm going to go talk to the octopus man.
Okay. I'll go to the bar.
Brucey, the octopus man is on a pedestal that's 20 feet up in the air in his own little DJ
just,
box.
Whispering and
Just yelling up, "Hey!
Oh, octopus man, talk to me."
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I will go to the bar with Steve to see what the bartender's doing.
Balrog, what are you doing?
I want to see if I can try to hear anything from Petrol again.
Okay. It doesn't work where you're just like listening. It just kind of tuned into you.
It comes in and out.
Yeah. It was a sending. It's a mass send message. You haven't heard him since, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. I'll fall in line with the group then.
Okay. You guys make your way over to the bar. So the bar is got a really cool wooden, like a tabletop that's wrapped around. There's people shoulder to shoulder. It's like a bar you go to and you can't get drinks. Like people are in line to get drinks, and you're kind of getting close, but you're waiting for somebody to get up and move, but no one hasn't moved yet. I'm going to, if you guys are going to wait for a drink, is that what you're trying to get in line to get to the bartender?
I just wanted to look, but can I look around to see if I see anybody that I
See anybody that you what? Sorry, you cut out.
recognize? That I would recognize. Like I wouldn't know.
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
Okay, can do that.
Yeah, maybe. No, give me a history check. No, that's not a good way. That's not a good use of history. Give me perception. Just give me a perception. That's fine. Sorry, I'm bouncing around.
It's a 15.
15. I don't know if I want to give you this for 15 or not.
How do you roll again?
Give me a second. Let me look at something. With a 15, you do not notice anyone. I just don't want to waste the opportunity. You do not see anyone that is recognizable. You do see the very attractive high elf that came in with the dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
The dwarf is not near her, and she is standing by herself, and she is drinking the drink and just standing off to the side.
Bruce is going to go for it with the high elf.
Okay. So you're going to walk over there. Are you, Balrog and Steve, you guys going to wait for drinks?
Yep.
Okay, so I rolled 2d4 for the amount of minutes you're going to have to wait to get in line to be able to get a drink, and it came to 5. So how we're going to play this is we're going to scoot over to Balrog's flirtatious meeting, and then we're going to come back and do the drinks. But what I do need the two of you to give me, though, is during the time that you're waiting, you need to tell me your intention. Are you doing anything? Are you being perceptive? Or what are you doing during this 5-minute wait period?
Yeah, I'd like to roll a perception just to, see what I see. I suppose I'm not really looking for anything specific, but anything that might catch my eye.
Okay, Steve, what do you got?
Yeah, I just want to look around and see if there's anything. I don't want to say unusual happening because I think everything happening in this room is a little bit unusual, but out of the norm for this space.
Gotcha. Okay, give me those rolls after we come back from Balrog or Brucey.
Okay.
Brucey, tell me all your intention. Are you walking up to?
So I'm just gonna strut up to her because Bruce is a confident man.
Okay.
So I'll go. Oh, hi, baby. You come here often.
Yuck.
She looks at you with pure disgust.
Oh, well, sorry. You must not know who I am. I am world famous pit fighter Bruce Rawpie. Surely you've heard of me. Some people might know me as Bruce the Bruiser.
She looks at you and just points to her ear and puts her hands up to the side, saying, "I can't hear you."
Oh, I'm not gonna scream.
Yeah, so you just walked up to her, and it's so loud in here, you literally have to get very, very close to somebody. So when she just kind of realized you were walking over, what you're receiving as like a warm welcome is not so warm, just kind of a scowl on her face as you were approaching. Are you trying to lean in to speak to her? Are you?
Yes.
Okay, so you're leaning in to scream at her ear, and what were the words that you said to her?
I'll say, hi, you come here often.
She immediately jerks her head back and just looks at you with this complete confusion, and then shakes her head left and right, and then just kind of looks at you with a deeper scowl at this point.
Oh, well, fucking sorry. So I'm going to give her the bird and I'm going to walk away.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm guessing the Monopoly man's not around.
He is not. He is not. No.
Can I look around to see if I can see him?
Sure. Give me a perception roll. I'm going to go back to the guys during
That's fine.
This
Because I was scowled at.
That was so smooth, Bruce. That was so smooth.
Well, I was smooth, and she's like, she can't hear me. I was like, well, fuck, I'm not again. It only lands once, am I right?
Oh, man. Okay, so back to Balrog and Steve. Both of you are just kind of being perceptive and looking around, and what you do notice is in general, as you're looking at the faces that are all around you and people are coming and getting drinks and moving, there's kind of just, you ever been to a bar that's like 3 people deep in front of you in all directions trying to get a drink? So they like kind of shovel in when people move out, and it's really like shoulder to shoulder. That's the situation that you've been in waiting. And as you've made your way up to the bar and an opening has occurred, so both of you get kind of shoulder to shoulder, and then now it's the waiting game to get the bartender to look at you to get your order in. You've noticed that the people's general vision and demeanor, they've got this glossy look over their eyes, and they look just tired. They're drenched in sweat. They look exhausted, but their body is working in such a manner that looks like they are sprightly and full of energy. Does that make sense? The demeanor is very exhausted, but their actions that they are doing is not exhausted at all. I know it's a little confusing.
So they're all on ecstasy.
That would be that would be a great analogy. So at this time, you guys are made it up to the bartender's area, and she is making her way back and forth, getting people drinks. And she is making one drink. She's pouring it in the glass, the same glass type and same drink color that you checked your Arcana for. She pours a glass, she hands it to the person then walks away. She only ever serves one to each person. They come up, they get a drink, she pours it, then that person goes away. What would you guys like to do? She's not in front of you. She's serving other people.
I'd like to have a sidebar with Steve.
Go for it.
Steve, I had a small conversation with Peach. Before we came in here, she explained that the big boss, the CEO, is here in VIP section, which means that Sheldon might be here. Since you are both magical, I would assume you might be able to communicate, huh?
That's like racist, I think. But also, yeah,
Accurate.
I can't. Well, no, I can't actually. I'd have to know where he is if he is here.
Yeah, the only person that knows currently is Bruce.
And he did not say anything.
He did not.
Wait, no, I thought I was the one that went and talked to the guard.
Bruce saw where she was from the the person that had all the drinks. She pointed Bruce to where Aaron was sitting. Then you got the information where, she's up in VIP.
And then by me telling Steve that, okay.
Yeah, he just hasn't seen it yet. You guys are, to be 100% clear, this room is so dark that unless you're looking for it, there's no way you would see it. And it's so packed that it's hard to see over people.
Does he... Wait, so he knows where it is?
He knows that she's in VIP. He has not seen VIP yet.
Except for when Pete showed it to me.
Does he
Correct.
know
yes, that is
the
correct.
general direction of VIP?
He does. I forgot the Peach part. I was just going off of what the guard says. You were correct.
Bruce, can you point at it?
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine that the staircase would be behind the roped area. So unless I can see stairs, I guess I wouldn't know. So that she's on the second level. I mean, I know she's on the second level.
Yeah. So I'll play it. So just a quick explanation. On that right side, the stairs went up one full level and then wraps around the edge on a second level, going around the edge, and then she's on the far side. So there's a bit of traveling to get there, but you do. Balrog, you 100% know where it's at, and you could absolutely share that information. Sorry for the confusion.
No, it's okay. Yes, I would just like to point out to Steve where it's at.
Yeah, Steve, now you see it. You know the general direction, and through the crowd of people getting up and down, you do see this little Sheldon dancing on a pedestal in some leather outfit.
Okay. I point at Sheldon and cast message.
Okay.
ABB. It's Steve.
Help me out of here, you crazy son of a bitch! I can't stop dancing. This is fucking bullshit.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought. Well, Barg, we have two choices here. We can wait for the show, watch the show, go see this horrible woman after, or we can cause a scene and try to do it now.
You're gonna have to speak up. It's really loud in here.
Jesus. Can we all pretend like we're yelling at each other? Because
I'm not going to make that canon, but that was funny. But continue.
Two
I was just saying I think we should wait.
Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and grab our drinks and hang out, I suppose.
As you guys are making this conversation, the female tiefling bartender walks her way over and is made down the line, and you guys are up next, and she leans in on her elbows and looks deeply into your eyes, Steve, and says, well, we're serving hot buns and some pretzels, and if you'd like some Devil's Kiss, I can give you that too. It's whatever you'd like, hun.
I'll take a devil's kiss, I suppose.
Oh, good choice. And for your friend here, looking over to Balrog.
I would like the drink that everyone else has.
Oh, our signature's Devil's Kiss. Yes, absolutely. Just give me a minute. And she doesn't break eye contact with you, Steve, not once, while she's taking a glass from underneath the table, taking a small nozzle and pouring the Devil's Kiss. It looks more like a darkened champagne. They're more like champagne glasses. And she pours it, and she's looking at you very intently, and then puts in front of you, and then puts one in front of Bruce, and she takes some pretzels from behind from one of the containers, puts it in a small napkin, and then puts the napkin of pretzels down between you two and says, you should enjoy. And then turns her nice little frame around and walks down to the other side and starts making drinks. An occasional look back over her shoulder.
Okay.
Give me an investigation check, please. Just
okay.
Steve. Balrog. Is there anything?
16.
There we go. Balrog, is there anything you want to do?
I would like to pour. I would like to take out the little flask that I carry around in my backpack and pour the drink in the flask.
Okay, absolutely. You pour it in. Nobody's looking at you. Nobody cares. No one's talking to you guys. They just get their drink. They chug the drink, and then they go on and back out. The investigation of 16, you said?
19. I was
19.
I was
Oh, thank God. Thank God. Okay. As you are eating some of the pretzels and you take the drink in your hand, you notice that underneath the pretzels there is a small inscription that says, like somebody wrote it in some quick ink, "Help me."
Okay. I want to cast message on the bartender.
Okay.
And say, how can I help?
I can't speak with my actual voice. I can't believe you guys must be first timers here. Yes, I can't speak real words, and I don't. I've been here for so long, and I don't know what to do anymore. And it doesn't matter how much I work. I just continually work. I don't even know how long I've been down here. I'm freaking out. Can you just help me, please?
I will try.
Give me hold on. She is going to turn and kind of skip her routine that she's gone down the line, and she comes back and says, I see that you're missing a drink. Let me go ahead and pour you a couple more. And she pours a couple more drinks, and then that's the most message that she got back out of you, and she blinks her eyes repeatedly at you, Steve. Do you have any slots left? I feel like you haven't slept in a long time.
Message is a cantrip.
That's true. I forgot.
But no, I don't have very many slots left.
Just wanted to make sure. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm running low on the magic juice.
When she hands the drink to you, Steve, she puts her hand out slightly when she hands the drink, and she puts her hand on your forehand, revealing her shirt on her right arm begins to pull back a bit, and there's a tattoo on it. With your passive perception, this is kind of clear as she's making it very prominent. There is a tattoo of a lion's head. And if you guys remember, that is exactly the symbol of that you found on your more of the features on the crossbow, the warhammer, and the breastplate.
Right. I don't know what to do with this information.
So let's bounce back over to Balrog while you're thinking through. Balrog, you got shut down, and you're making your way back to the bar.
Bruce got shut down.
Sorry, I had it backwards. Bruce, you went over, you got shut down, and you're making your way back over to the bar. You see your two buds at the bar talking to the bartender. What would you like to do, Brucey?
So Bruce wants to test a theory.
Okay, Bruce, let's hear it.
Bruce would like to just pretend like accidentally trips and spill a drink in somebody's face and see if that like shocks them awake.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even gonna have you roll for this. This is just funny how it works. Because you trip over your own foot on accident and you throw your drink into somebody's face. That somebody is a little not little. Sorry. He's a half elf. And he's well-dressed, and he's standing in front of you, and he's dancing. As you pour your drink into his face, he doesn't flinch.
Well, that was a waste of a perfectly poisoned drink, but all right. At least I know that doesn't work. So I'm going to wait way back over to Augenstave.
Okay. All right. Balrog, Steve, anything you guys want to do at this time?
Steve, we have no idea how long this is going to last. Maybe it is better opportunity to cause scene.
Okay. Yeah, sure. What do you propose?
Maybe try throwing glass at the goth and see what happens.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna try to pitch a glass at the goth.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Oh, no.
Okay, so you guys make your way from the bar, leaving the bartender, and you make your way out into the dance floor. Am I tracking?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to take one of the glasses and throw it up at the goth DJ.
You're tracking.
I'm tracking.
Pal.
Okay.
You're tracking.
And who is throwing this?
I am.
Steve. Oh,
Steve, you party
baby.
animal.
All right. 3 things happen. 1, Steve, give me a... Oh, my Lord. I'm just going to need a dexterity check from you. Flat. Just
21?
Yep, 1. And you're just going to chuck this glass and see how accurate you can throw this glass. No, it's not
21.
really a... 21. Okay, I thought you said only 1. My bad.
No.
Okay, you throw the glass. Perfect. Balrog.
Oh, no.
Right next to you, as he is left and he is about to throw this, he's left your presence. Bruce is kind of coming to your right a bit. Right in front of you, a familiar person walks in front of you. And at first, it's the familiarity of a smell and a general aura. And then you realize from the shape of the person that it is someone that you've loved dearly standing in front of you with their back to you. And the issue that you're having as you get this feeling, when you're in a dream and you can't wake up?
Mm-hmm.
That you want to reach out, but you're incapable to. And what you see in front of you is a gentleman coming from your right who his face is completely blurred, takes a dagger and dives it directly into your sister's shoulder and stabs her in front of you. And as the stab occurs, both of their bodies come completely ethereal and whisk away in front of you, just like a memory appearing.
Here we go.
The glass flings through the air, and as it's sailing ever so slowly, there are the eye stalks are shooting laser beams everywhere. The beat is dropping. Everybody's dancing. It almost crescendos, and the glass collides with one of the eyes. And as the glass collides with the eye then blinks, and a sharp pain strikes through, and the eye then turns a bloodish red as there's glass shards in it, and it single-handedly looks around, looking for who threw it.
Poor octopus, man.
The music does not stop, but this eye seems very unaware of the effects that it was under. It's acting strange comparatively to the other eyes who are constantly in this zone, and they're beaten out. Balrog, Brucey, you guys are next to each other. Bruce, Balrog, you're gonna have to tell me what your reaction is, because Bruce, you're really close.
Yeah.
To the glass shattering?
To what just occurred in front of you.
My reaction would be absolutely terrified.
Okay. Brucey, you see a terrified Balrog in front of you. Just, like turned white, like he actually saw a ghost.
Oh, Balrog, you're right. Look, you just saw. Right.
Don't worry about it. What's going on?
Well, I don't know. Steve just threw a glass at the poor octopus man. Now he's bleeding from his eye. But it did something, I think. You know what? I can use some of my panda bears and maybe get him to hit the guard in the face. Then maybe we could sneak upstairs. What do you think about that idea?
Do whatever you want.
So,
all right.
The music begins to crescendo a second time. Steve, you were out in the middle of the dance floor, correct? When this happened, that was what we were tracking. Okay, and you two are next to the bar. To explain this a little bit, the dance floor is a recessed area. It goes down a few steps into more of a circular area, about 60 feet in round. The second floor is purely a normal second floor height from where you're at, and you hear a staff hit the ground with a loud clunk, clunk, clunk. The lights begin, all the beams from the eye sockets shoot directly up into the ceiling, creating one beam of light, and it's bouncing off of a mirror hanging from the ceiling. And the light then from a dark room becomes a very well-lit room, like they turn on a club at 2 a.m. and say, get out. The lights come on, and in front of all three of you, as the whole room becomes silent, and all of the people stop dancing, and they all turn and look up all at once. Erin haphazardly gets and stretches out of her large throne, taps her staff once again. Poor Sheldon stops dancing and just standing there, just heaving. She walks up to the railing, puts a hand out, and then says, I think it's time that we show our guests what we do in the pit.
Oh, dear.
And that is where we're going to end today's episode. Yeah. Oh, buddies. Oh, man. You guys did a really good job today. I love it. I absolutely love it. You guys are incredible. Thank you so very much. And thank you guys for listening. Right on a cliffhanger. I know we ran out of time. It's because I ran short. I really wanted to get into the next bit. But for next time, we will hit it hard, fam. We will hit it hard. So just thank you guys. Thank you for the watchers. Pre-thinking everybody that's going to listen to this and share us on social media. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much. If you don't know who we are, we're Saving Arcana, and we love you so very much. Players, you want to give any outro last second messages to anybody?
Yeah. What's up, guys? Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. We love all of you guys. We are affiliate now, I believe.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to do whatever you want. Like our wonderful DM says, it's just as much as our story as it is yours. Thank you, guys.
Man.
Yeah, again, just we are now affiliate, so if you not only follow us, but you want to subscribe, you more than likely can, should, probably will, please do. You can waste that wonderful Amazon freebie every month on us if you want. We really appreciate it, because all the money that we do make through Saving Arcana is just going to go right back into it and getting our quality up higher and higher and higher. Steve, any last words?
No, I just thought it was really funny when he said yeah to if we had last messages, because I thought that was going to be it. It was like,
Yeah!
does anybody want to say anything for the outro? Like, yeah! Okay!
And that's it.
What? Full Will John. Okay!
Yay! Brucey, any last words?
Yeah, check us out on Instagram for sure, because a couple of our commercials went up and they're getting a lot of likes and a lot of views, so very funny.
Yeah, it's big shout out to Bruce for getting that recording done and getting those videos out there. So thank you to all my players. We'll get some more content out here soon, more things in general. It's good time, man. Thank you to my players. You guys are incredible as always. You did such a great job fighting through this weird situation of Museum of Sin.
Museum of Sin.
It's a museum of sin.